If you think you need to spend a fortune to get insane smartphone, wait a second, because the POCO X6 Pro is here to completely shake up the market. Flagship level power with price you won't believe.
POCO X6 Pro is the kind of phone that makes other mid-range phones look overpriced. Because while some brands are busy selling balanced experiences, POCO came into this price range with one goal: maximum performance for the money. And honestly, they went crazy with it. This phone has a flagship level chipset, a 120 Hz AMOLED display, fast charging, solid battery life, and specs that honestly embarrass some phones costing way more. But there's a catch. When a phone focuses this hard on performance, something usually gets sacrificed. Maybe the cameras, maybe the software experience, maybe the build quality. So the real question is simple. Is the POCO X6 Pro actually the king of the mid-range market, or is it just another specs monster hiding weaknesses behind benchmark numbers? Let's find out. The POCO X6 Pro immediately looks different from Samsung-style phones. Instead of minimalism, POCO went for a more aggressive and modern design. Depending on the color version, you either get a cleaner glass-like finish or a vegan leather back that honestly feels pretty nice in the hand. The camera module is large and bold, making it obvious this is not trying to look subtle. Build quality itself is solid for the price. The phone feels sturdy, and despite being performance focused, it doesn't feel cheap. Now, the downside, it still doesn't feel as premium as some higher end devices. The frame is plastic, and while that helps keep the weight manageable, you notice it compared to true flagship phones. But overall, for this price category, the design is good, modern, clean enough, and definitely more interesting than many boring mid range devices. This is one of the POCO X6 Pro's strongest areas. The phone comes with a 6.67-inch AMOLED display with a 120 Hz refresh rate, and honestly, the screen looks fantastic. Colors are vibrant, blacks are deep, and brightness gets very high outdoors. Watching videos, gaming, scrolling through social media, everything feels smooth and sharp. The thin bezels also help the phone feel more premium from the front. And because of the high touch sampling rate, gaming feels especially responsive. Fast movements register quickly, which competitive mobile gamers will definitely appreciate. HDR content also looks impressive on this display. Netflix and YouTube videos pop with strong contrast and rich colors. For the price, POCO absolutely nailed the display experience. Cameras. Now here's where things become more mixed. The POCO X6 Pro has a decent camera system, but let's be honest, cameras are not the main reason people buy this phone. The main sensor performs well during the day. Photos come out sharp, detailed, and colorful enough for Instagram, TikTok, or casual photography. Dynamic range is acceptable and the processing usually keeps images looking clean. But compared to Samsung phones in this range, the camera consistency just isn't as strong. Sometimes colors look slightly unnatural, sometimes exposure feels inconsistent. And in difficult lighting conditions, you start noticing the difference between this and more camera focused devices. Night photography is decent but not impressive. Details soften quickly, and noise becomes more visible compared to stronger camera competitors. The ultra wide camera is usable during the day but loses quality fast in low light. Video recording is good enough for casual creators, but stabilization and overall processing still feel behind Samsung and some Pixel devices. So overall, the cameras are fine. Not terrible, not amazing. They do the job, but this phone was clearly built for performance first, cameras second. Performance and chipset. And now we get to the real reason the POCO X6 Pro exists: performance. This phone uses the MediaTek Dimensity 8300 Ultra chipset, and honestly, it's insane for this price. Apps open extremely fast, multitasking feels smooth, animations fly. Gaming performance is where this phone completely destroys most competitors in the same category. PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact. The POCO X6 Pro handles them far better than many Samsung mid-range phones. High graphics settings? No problem. Stable frame rates? Mostly yes. Fast loading times? Absolutely. This honestly feels closer to a flagship gaming experience than a normal mid-range phone. Thermal performance is also surprisingly decent. The phone still gets warm during heavy gaming, but it manages heat better than many expected. Now, software is where opinions become divided. HyperOS is packed with features and customization, But some people still dislike the occasional ads, bloatware, or inconsistent animations compared to cleaner software experiences like Samsung's One UI or Google's Pixel UI. So while the hardware is incredible, the software experience won't be for everyone. Battery life. Battery life here is strong. The 5,000 milliamp hour battery comfortably lasts a full day, even with heavy usage. Gaming obviously drains it faster, but for normal use, endurance is very solid. And unlike Samsung, POCO gives you genuinely fast charging. 90-watt charging changes the experience completely. You can go from low battery to almost full ridiculously fast, and once you get used to this speed, slower phones start feeling ancient. This is one of the biggest advantages POCO has over competitors. Is it worth buying? The POCO X6 Pro is one of the best performance-focused phones you can buy for the money. If gaming matters to you, this phone absolutely destroys devices like the Samsung Galaxy A54 or Samsung Galaxy A35 in raw power. But it's not perfect. The cameras are only decent. The software experience can feel messy sometimes, and brands like Google Pixel 7a still offer better camera processing and cleaner software. So the choice depends on what you care about most. If you want maximum gaming performance and insane value, the POCO X6 Pro is one of the strongest options available. But if you care more about camera consistency, premium software, or long term polish, some competitors may fit you better.